And we are back. Listen to that, Flesheater. Flesheater's with us, by the way. Hey, Flesheater. Listen, Flesheater.
That's right.
Listen. What's up, bro? What?
Yeah, what? You there?
That's the Contra theme, Flesheater.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was Nickelback.
Shit.
Hey, listen to it's the Contra theme on guitar. Watch, let's start it all over again. Right here. Right at the beginning of the game. Here we go. So you ask out there, audience, and feel free to give us a call, 619-924-0762. AndroidVirus here. We got Sean on, my co-host as always, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
They call him the Cunt Destroyer. And then we got Flesheater on.
Yes,
I
am Flesheater, their answer to Stuttering John.
That's right, Stuttering John.
Yeah, except for the only thing that stutters is when you are, late at night jerking off and your penis has a hard time getting hard. So it's like stuttering penis.
Stuttering whenever we got porn stars on to interview and you trip all over yourself not knowing the difference between pee and whatever it was, but we won't go down that we won't go down that again. We've got other things. We got other fish to fry.
Yeah.
So
we had a great, huge response, which was fucking phenomenal, when we had talked about Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was phenomenal. So tonight, for the next 25 minutes or so, because we got a caller calling in at 8:30, Sean, remember?
Okay.
But
Yep.
We're going to do the Contra movie. If anybody out there that does not remember Contra, the video game from the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System.
And I might add that the last video game that I ever played was Contra 3: The Alien Wars for the SNES.
Really? And that's a good one too, man.
Good game. Yeah, very fun game.
That is a fun game. It's great. It's hard. Contra came out in 1987. Originally was Konami originally released as a coin-operated video game, arcade game in 87, but it did come out for Nintendo in 88. Brings me back, man. Just looking at the pictures of it, that's back when scantily clad, beautifully breasted women could, promote video games to children, and nobody even thought twice of it. Not like this sanitized, Nerf padded world society we live in now. And if anybody remembers Contra, the plot was the player, you control two guys. One guy named Bill Mad Dog Reiser, and the other one was Lance Scorpion Bean. And they were sent out on a mission to neutralize a terrorist group called the Red Falcon Organization, right? Wow. Who planned to take over the Earth.
Right.
They were working with aliens, and like many video games in the 80s that came out, the covers of these video games kind of looked a little suspiciously familiar, as I would say, right?
Wow.
We have and we have right, and I think you guys out there know where we're coming from. Suspiciously familiar with these games. One being dead on, kind of looked like the cover of, shall I say,
one looked like
Commando.
Rambo and one looked like fucking Commando, basically.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. One was
Commando
Rambo.
meets Rambo, and it go exactly.
So let's with
now
limited time. Let's get the show on the road. Okay.
Okay.
We're casting a Contra movie tonight, guys. Ladies and gentlemen.
I came up with this idea because I saw so many things where people, like I just saw a thing that they're going to do the Gem movie. They're doing all kinds of shit
God.
from the 80s. And I'm like, why hasn't anybody jumped on this fucking thing yet? Contra was a big game for a lot of people, and I could see them doing it. I do want to say, before anybody has anything else, that the only person that can direct this movie is Michael Bay, because he loves explosions and he loves big, giant weapons, and I think that would be the perfect director for Contra the fucking movie. You know? But let's move on. So who wants you want to start with this one, Flesh? Who do you got as your main characters?
You got to cast Bill Mad Dog Reiser and Lance Scorpion Bean.
See, Bill was the one that looked like Arnold, right? Was he the one that looked? He had the buzz cut. He goes, "What is this place?" Remember, like in the arcade version.
Yeah.
Oh boy. God.
Okay.
Well, does anybody else want to start this off, and then I'll put in my 2 cents.
I've got two names
Bill
here.
Why don't you cast Bill first?
All right, Sam Worthington was one of the first names.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
You know, he's kind of like a little action star. He's been, he's going to be in the new Avatar 2. He's done some action shit. And he looks like one of these newer type. I could have just gone hack and said they'd get Channing Tatum again, but we already talked about that with the fucking Ghostbusters one. But so Sam Worthington, I think, could fit that role very nicely.
Okay.
The other one I saw. Now you might have somebody different, but I was thinking the other guy they could get is Chris Pine.
Oh my God!
What?
Did you say Chris Klein or Chris Pine?
Pine, fucking Captain Kirk.
Pine, the guy Captain Kirk, Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
Because I was just gonna say Chris Klein from American Pie, like Hollywood.
I forgot all about that guy.
Hollywood has decided to give this guy one more shot at it. One more shot at it.
No way, dude. Let's think about Hollywood for a second. Remember, what made this thing when we did the Ghostbusters thing is, what would a Hollywood board meeting? They're like, look, we need Chris Pine. I mean, he's Captain Kirk. He's got some heat under him. We got to get him in here. Sam Worthington, he's doing Avatar 2. He just got done doing Avatar 2. That's coming out. He's going to have some. This is a perfect team of guys.
All right, so you got me sold on Chris Pine. All right, so we got Chris Pine and Sam Worthington. All right, here we go. We got these guys. All right, so Bill Mad Dog Reiser. Okay, they're both two-armed military commandos, right? Bill Mad Dog Reiser is Sam Worthington, and Lance Scorpion Bean is Chris Pine. Now, Bill Mad Dog Reiser is currently doing time in a brig somewhere, right? He's off the cuff. He's sitting in the brig. You kind of having the backstory of him. Maybe he was overseas serving in some Gulf War somewhere, and his crazy wild actions caused the death of his whole platoon. But he was the best goddamn soldier they've ever seen, right? So he's sitting in the brig somewhere, right? And then we got the other one, right? Then we got Lance Scorpion Bean, who's way more level-headed, who's a family man, right? He's a family man. He's got a wife and kids. He's level-headed, but this guy's fucking on the spot. He's like Captain America. He's incorruptible. Okay, he's incorruptible.
All right.
So they have a mission for this Red Falcon terrorist organization who's planning on taking over the Earth using stolen alien technology, and
now,
they need two of their best to get inside, plant them in the jungle somewhere where these guys' bases are hidden. So we're planting them inside the jungle. Now, go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
Well, the thing I was thinking of it like this. We throw a little bit of a wink because when doing my research on Contra with stuff, you know, the American version of Contra, obviously the Red Falcon organization was an alien thing.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version, it was just a terrorist organization. So I'm thinking what the way they'll do this is kind of like throw a little bit of a wink for people who are in the know, a little bit, because they like doing that. They love doing that in Hollywood. They'll throw a little wink.
Yeah.
What they'll say is, we've got a terrorist organization in fucking South America that we need you guys to go in to try and break up. They call themselves the Red Falcon organization. They don't mention anything about alien technology. We don't know anything about aliens. They just make it seem like this is supposed to be just a standard fucking go in, almost like Predator. We're going in, we're just fucking taking care of some business and getting the fuck out.
All right,
and that's when the alien shit starts happening. They find out that they're in for a little bit more than they could chew with some of this shit. You know?
Okay, so
this gun shoots out 3 fucking missiles at a time? What the fuck? You know.
Now, Flesheater.
Yeah.
Now, in the Contra video game, you had several levels, like most games, right?
Yeah.
Most games you had like, you know, how many bad guys? How many levels did you have to beat in the Contra game? Do you remember?
Oh fuck. You know, I remember like the last part of the game. I don't remember how many levels there were. I just remember the last level.
I believe there was like 19 stages, maybe.
Oh boy.
There was a lot of stages. Well, anyways, no. Had a lot of bosses. So the first stage, there's a boss commanding the little base that you're trying to get. Who's the bad guy? What actor can we get to play a bad guy that would be commanding that stage?
We need like a semi lower tier bad guy too, because we have your main boss bitch at the end.
Oh,
we got to have somebody.
Oh God!
I'm trying to figure this out. Who would be good?
What's up?
Well, who do you got, Flesh? Because I got a thought in my head.
Oh, it's like, oh boy, the villain. Oh. Let's see. Oh boy, you know off the top of my head, you know who I love as a villain, and you know I'm just putting this on the top of my head. He may not be a right fit because it's been like years since I played the first Contra. But I would like to get Willem Dafoe somehow in the movie. Now I'm not sure if he, because it's been a long time. But I would definitely like Willem Dafoe as a villain in the movie. He's perfect.
I was thinking of who's the guy who plays Hellboy? What's his face?
Perlman.
Oh, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman could be a good boss type.
Okay, so he could be the first level bad guy, like controlling the army as you're going through the jungle. They're blowing up bridges, and you make it to your first base, and you're in the base. They're in the base, man. You really need to snap out of this. This is what Chris Pine is telling, like, the other guy. He's like, I've heard stories about you. I heard, I don't trust you, man. Trust only goes. I heard you ditched your first team, and you got your team killed.
The classic.
And then you got Sam Worthington. I work better alone. Like his I work better alone anyways.
Like
I don't know why they sent the Family Man with me. Family Man's got something to lose. I don't got nothing to lose. Like he has nothing to lose. So they have this back and forth as they're going. You know, they don't really have like this buddy relationship. They're having back and forth mistrust as they're going along. You know, but you know that's going to lead up into the good ending, right? So
yeah, because they have to work together in order to beat this outer worldly fucking entity.
Because they make it into the first base, and then they're starting to encounter alien technology, and then they're starting to get spread, like the spread gun and the rapid gun, and then one of them has like a laser gun, and then they're like, man, I can't figure out how to unlock this gun, and then like he's like try down up side.
No.
So A-B, select start. What? Yeah,
no,
just try something like that.
You stole my idea, except I was going to use that for, like, the end. I was going to say, like, at the end there would be, like, something, like they beat the boss, but the boss is like, well, I've got a thing that's going to bring down the destruction of this earth anyway, and it's got, like, a timer. And they're like, I don't know, we got to figure it out. Down, up.
So let's fast forward through this. Let's fast forward through this, because this is going to be kind of a quick one tonight, guys. We got about 10 minutes on this. So these guys, is there going to be a girl that they're rescuing? Is there going to be any kids that they're finding along the way that they're doing experiments on? Is there going to be a bitch?
Well,
you know
there's going to have to at least be one, because the other one's a family guy. And we have, so they have to throw a little sex appeal in it. So you would have to throw some chick in there, but I don't know who that. Like, would it be Hackett? Would Michael Bay be like, look, I worked things out with fucking Megan Fox, and we're gonna drag her into one more?
Oh boy,
I don't see that, but I do see him latching on to like the last hottie he used. And that would be the girl from Transformers 3.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that bitch. I don't even know what that bitch's name is, but he brings that hot back.
Megan Folks. That's who that was.
Megan Fox, like the fake Megan Fox, was that?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But she's the unwilling participant working for the Red Army, right? Like she's a really smart scientist, but she's also really hot. But she's an unwilling participant, and her and fucking Sam Worthington connect, right? They meet eyes like when they first get into a base, you know, and they're uncovering him. He's right away unsuspecting and untrusting of her. You know, I don't trust you, you know, with his English or his Australian accent. But you're coming with us ways, you know.
You're coming. I was about to do a fucking Australia. You're coming with us. We're taking you down.
You're coming with us, and we're taking you with us. Yeah, and then so they make it past the first phase.
Or you know who they could get as the female lead is. Do any of you know who Adrienne Palacki is? She would play Lady J in Ghostbusters or G.I. Joe 2.
Oh, that's perfect, dude. That's perfect.
Yeah. And she was supposed to play Wonder Woman in a live action show or something, but it was never picked up. But she would be good in that.
Right.
Let's throw her in there.
Yeah, okay, so she's in there. You need a girl who's hot but yet can kick ass. And they're uncovering all this. They're uncovering alien technology as they're going. They're planning to take over the world, you know, like, and Chris Pine is like, he's doing his own separate mission. They've gotten separated, so that his is more the humanitarian mission, right? He's finding out they're doing experiments on kids and women, and he's more the soft part. Yeah, he's more the soft part. Now we got to throw a little kid in there to make it happy.
Is it going to be like a half alien kid that they might have like done some experiments on? And it's like a half alien kid now just to make it cute.
Yeah, and he's going to be hanging out with Chris Pine, and then the hot chick's going to be hanging out with Sam Worthington, right? They're going to be going through this. They're going to be going through this together. So they're having their own, because there's a lot of stages in the video game. So they're going to be battling stages on their own. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
But they're going to be in constant contact, but they're separated, right? and they're fighting. They're constantly fighting these weird alien things that they're both kind of encountering, right? But definitely the puss of the group is Chris Pine.
Okay.
Now,
I mean,
now what's going on is what I foresee is somehow, some way, because there is a snow level on the game, right? There's a level in the snow.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, somehow, some way, because you got to send Chris Pine and the kid to the snow, because he's dealing more with the alien side of things, and then Sam Worthington is dealing more with the combat side of things. So he somehow commandeers a spaceship, and the spaceship they end up in Antarctica somewhere, right? They're in Antarctica somewhere, so they're on their own little separate mission in Antarctica with this little alien kid, and the alien kid could either be CG or a real person. It doesn't matter these days.
Yeah,
but
not these.
But we got
true.
We got to keep Sam Worthington sweaty with the hot chick in the jungle. Right? We got
constantly running and fucking hot.
Constantly sweaty, dirty boobs. You know.
You're cut. Here. I'll bandage that arm up with my shirt.
Yeah.
You know. Tear that off.
So at this point, we've got two movies going on. We got them battling alien forces, and then Chris Pine. They both have alien weaponry now, right? And then let's throw this in there as they're flying the spaceship, okay?
Yeah.
The controllers on the spaceship. Chris Pine finds what looks like suspiciously is a nod to Nintendo. He finds two Power Gloves. You know, like Nintendo Power Gloves. And that's what he uses to control the ship. Are like two Nintendo Power Gloves.
But it's like an advanced Power Glove. Is that what we're saying here?
Exactly. Oh. And then these aliens are trying to come into the ship. Chris Pine has no more weapons, right? He has no more weapons.
Yeah.
And the little alien kid hands him the original, what looks like, and it's orange, the original gun that came with the Nintendo game to play Duck Hunt.
This is getting out of hand. This is just getting fucking out of hand with that.
This is funny.
I guess we're talking about burying this fucking movie before it ever gets made. So it would make sense in that stupid way of doing it, but I would just roll my fucking eyes and get up and walk out of the theater if I saw that shit.
Yeah.
You had me a little bit with a Power Glove, but if he fucking hands him the Duck Hunt gun, I'm losing my mind.
Man. Boy,
he has the Duck Hunt. Now, this is a Nintendo movie.
Here, roll on this power pad. Fucking, you got outrun.
Yeah. There's product placement everywhere in this motherfucker. There's product placement everywhere. Nintendo everywhere. Shit. I would even go as far as to say goddamn Sam Worthington finds himself a fucking Metroid suit, somewhere in the game.
But what is? Are we casting Contra the movie or The Wizard Part 2 minus Fred Savage?
Yeah.
Fred Savage.
So Flesheater. So now we got Chris Pine stuck with the alien kid with Nintendo Power Gloves and holstering a Duck Hunt gun. What do we got Sam Worthington doing with the hottie and the sweaty in the jungle? What are they doing now?
Well, they're setting up charges. They're fucking taking out regular guys. That's what they're blowing up bases down there to take it the threat from below. And that's where this is where they have to meet up at the end. Because Chris Pine's out, but they have to destroy two bases at one time, the alien one and the fucking jungle one, in order for it to work.
So Chris Pine has found a way to morph himself to the goddamn jungle with the alien kid. And Sam Worthington is
So he would be like teaming up with that Adrian Palacki. And they would be setting up like explosives or whatever. And
now I foresee their explosives and their landmines, including a lot of blue flash and lights and lightning.
Extreme.
Like,
exactly.
Like lightning. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning, blue flash lightning with these grenades. Now,
lots of charges that go off that goes.
Yeah,
a lot of extra.
So maybe you would have like alien human hybrid soldiers like trying to come after them as they're trying to set up the explosive mine.
And then here's the thing: the little kid, the little kid is like they're having a hard time fighting these hybrid alien soldiers, and the little alien kid all along is like, no, this is how you got to beat him, Scorpion Beam. This is how you got to beat him. He calls him Scorpion, and why he calls him Scorpion is because he's got a tattoo of a scorpion on his wrist, right?
Oh God, like this has been foreseen. Like this is foreseen.
This is how you got to beat him, Mr. Scorpion. She's like,
you have to become the Scorpion. You have to become the Scorpion.
He's like, you see that? He's like, you see that blue dot? That blue dot on their back and that blue dot on their chest? That's their weak point. You have to shoot them there. And then Chris Pine's like, he's like, Mad Dog, aim for the fucking blue dot on the chest.
Right.
They'll go down. And before you know it, they're taking out like thousands of them just by aiming on the blue weak dot on their chest. That's their weak
wiping
point.
out the jungle. You just see a whole bunch of, the whole forest getting just leveled.
He's like, dude, spread rapid. What? I can't hear you. He like holds up the gun, and he's like, there's an S. The guns they have one gun, okay? But it's all the guns for the movie. Like S, you press a button, S.
Oh, it's like a Judge Dredd gun.
Yeah, but they're alien. But they're alien writing, and the alien writing looks like an S, like some weird S. There's a P, there's an F, there's an L for laser. There's all these things, right? So like SP. So the gun spreads and does rapid. It does laser, right? Adrian Polidecki at this time is protecting the child. They're in the alien ship. So we got the bitch and we got the little shit out of the way so the men can do the dirty work, right? So they're in their way doing the dirty work, and they finally meet the big boss. And then that's when Sean says, they're like, let's do it, man. Let's do it. And then like Chris Pine is like, I found these diagrams. All you have to do is on this gun is press up, down, select A, B, start. And like they meet the guns together and they meet the big worm, the faux boss. And then boom! Fucking they explode them, man. Right at the fucking end. They meet their guns together.
Oh. That's a hell of a thing, man.
Oh,
like
man.
That,
it would either, the main boss, it could either be a toss-up between Willem Dafoe, and you know who else I thought plays a pretty good villain is Bryan Cranston. So you could either decide between those two as the main boss.
I think Willem Dafoe's great. He's like, he's just crazy.
Yeah.
And that's how we cast our Contra movie. I mean, I think that's about the best we could do with this little shit that we have.